All right. Welcome to the Blueprint, episode 6. I'm Ivan Tukram.
I'm Cam.
All right, today we're going to be talking about our football game last week against Millard West, a little bit about this week's game against Papio, and then Yonk's 3 keys to beating Papio.
Yeah. All right, so we'll start it off with last week's game with Millard West. I wasn't able to be there to watch, so you're going to have to tell me a little bit about what happened.
All right, so it wasn't a great game. It was pretty slow, I felt like. We didn't play to how our standard has been the last 3 weeks that we've played. I mean, we are 4-0 now, but at the same time I feel like our defense didn't play as great as we have been, and our offense
only scored 7 points.
Our offense was, but they had the ball for way too long. I think the first quarter we only had 1 possession.
That's the offense's fault, not the defense's.
No. I'm talking about the defense let them have the ball for too long.
Nah.
Okay, whatever.
They only scored 7 points the whole game.
All right, buddy.
If we're only scoring 14.
But were you there?
No, but we were watching.
Okay. All right. So another thing is we had a few injuries. I know Saul, he's kind of one of our main guys on defense. He, I believe, sprained his ankle. He went out in like the second quarter. We're going to need that next man up. I know we've been talking about that all season. We've had a lot of guys who are kind of that next man up, but that's kind of a spot where there's going to be big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Jordan Udofia and Brody Austin.
Really?
Those are the 2 that are going to be stepping in, yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out Porky, Colin Corrigan, for being such a dog on defense. He's been kind of the leader of our defense probably all year. The last 3 games, he's been tearing it up. He's been doing a great job.
Yeah. This year, the team's different because in the games where they're not playing as good, they're still finding ways to win, unlike last year. Last year, they would have lost that game, to be honest. I think Yonk said that in their post-game speech. Last year's team would have lost that game because they weren't playing for each other.
What do you think last year's team would think about that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like we did a pretty good job of winning the battle, even though we didn't really play to our highest standard. Kind of had a lot of guys. Angelo went out for a little bit. That was scary. I think he had like a calf cramp or something, but either way, that was still wasn't fun to watch.
And Jake Carney got hurt.
I think it's his knee. Hopefully, like, Saul and those guys will come back within the season, but either way, we're going to need that next man up.
Yeah. All right, so you want to move on to the Papio game this week?
Yeah, so our quarterback coach, Coach Williams, this is his first game against his old team, and he was the head coach for last year.
What?
Yeah, he was a head coach for them last year, so it's a little bit of a
revenge game
for him, but at the same time, it could also be a revenge game for the Papio guys.
Yeah, they definitely got this game highlighted on their schedule.
100%.
I just know there's been a lot of chatter going around, especially this past weekend. I just think it's going to be really...
I think there's going to be a lot of grit going into this game.
This game's really going to show.
There's a lot of tension building up to this game. A lot of tension.
Our players are going to have to... I don't know.
We're going to have to set ourselves apart.
Yeah, they're going to have to stay within themselves and not get into the... I'm assuming the Papio football team is going to come out talking a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to have to keep ourselves controlled.
Yep. Just keep within ourselves. Don't get too chippy.
And it's going to be an away game, so they're going to have a pretty good student section.
So are we.
Hopefully. We better.
Neon theme, homecoming game.
Yep.
Show out. Yep. All right, also, I know we've talked about this a lot. Coach Williams has completely turned our team around. I know Coach Yonk, also Coach Bober have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, but I feel like a lot of it is showing. It's highlighted by kind of what Coach Williams has done for our offense and also our quarterback core. Because last year, Tony would run the ball quite a bit. We didn't really have many passing plays.
Yeah, and he didn't really have any weapons to throw to either.
Yeah.
This year, we're just so much bigger.
We have way more weapons this year. What's a question that you would have for Tony regarding our offense this year?
From like an ex-quarterback point of view, what are the main 3 things that he sees different in this offense compared to last year? Things that just a regular fan wouldn't catch on to.
I feel like it's pretty obvious. One thing that a fan would catch on to is we're way less run heavy than we were last
Yeah.
year. We're still a run heavy team,
And
but
we're way bigger.
we're way bigger. We're more physical. I know a lot of guys on our offensive line have put on a lot of size. I mean, Ty, Cooper Gintz has been playing great this year.
Yeah.
Same with Tommy Hollinger.
Yeah.
Tommy Hollinger, 13 pancake blocks against Millard West.
Yeah.
So
That's 6+7.
is it?
Yeah. All right. You also want to talk about, I don't think I've ever seen Prep run this, but they run Wildcat a lot with Angelo behind the center, and just he runs it. He either has Mike to his left or his right, and they just run up the middle or to the sides and get a good run block going.
Yeah. I mean, I know they've been trying to get some of our bigger guys the ball. Mike's gotten the ball the last 2 games, and I think he's averaging like 8 yards a carry.
Yeah. Yeah, that new playbook is working really well. I think it just shows that we just needed the size that we didn't have these past couple years.
I feel like we've been doing a better job of prioritizing getting our guys who have more size, like our bigger guys were getting the ball more than last year. We had, don't get me wrong, Jacob Ruby was a great running back,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the size that our running back core does this year.
Yeah, and he also doesn't have the O-line that he had last year.
Exactly. Yonk's 3 keys to beating Papio. Start us off with the first one.
The first one is limit the running back to 100 yards. The running back's Brody Parr. I think he's going to play in college. I don't know where we're at yet, but he's experienced. He's big. He's good. He's a little under the radar because I think Papio just isn't as known as many other schools, but he's good.
Are they ranked in the top 10?
They're 9 or 8 now. Yeah. In one of the rankings, Nebraska Red Zone, they're top 10.
Really?
Yeah. Just came out yesterday.
Well, we're what, top 4 on that list?
Yeah. But we're 4-0. They're 3-1, so
Exactly.
it'll be interesting.
Well, we got to set ourselves apart. I know we had kind of talked last week about, sorry to bring it back to the Millard West game, but we kind of talked about it being a trap game, and that's kind of what it
feels like again.
feels like again. But at the same time, Millard West wasn't ranked, and we kind of, I don't know if we got a little complacent to start the game, but it didn't seem like we had what we have been having the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. This game's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun, grit game.
Yeah. I feel like Jack Lammers will show out this game. He didn't really play great last game, but I feel like he's going to kind of go into this week with a little chip on his shoulder, kind of give himself something to prove, because I know there's been a lot of chatter about us having nobody. It's like been our mantra the whole year. And Jack Lammers, we got guys like Nico Cosmic, Jack Lammers, Ty, kind of showing that we do have guys. We do have weapons on our offense and defense.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought, but you want to go to the second
Of
key
course.
with Yonk?
Well, this has kind of been a big one for us all year. He's kind of been saying it over and over again. We have to control turnovers. We've been doing a great job of that. I think Lammers has maybe a few.
He has 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
I
a few
checked yesterday.
interceptions. But I think we've had 2 fumbles.
I know we've just limited it very much compared to last year. I feel like last year we averaged like 2 turnovers a game, it felt like.
And we have what? Like 4 turnovers through 4 games.
Yeah, something like that, 4 or 5.
I mean, that's still not great.
I mean,
but-
last year the defense was always on the field, I feel like, because the offense would get on the field and then they just turn it over immediately.
Yeah. Also, we have I know Saul being out is a big hit to the team, but we still have depth kind of in that corner safety spot because Nico Cosmic plays there. We have Woodward. I feel like sometimes they'll slide Colin Corrigan over there,
Yeah,
but I mean, I feel like we'll be all right.
yeah. I mean, we have Udofia and Brody Austin also to step up.
Exactly.
So we got guys. You want to go back to do you want to talk about our run defense? Talking about limit them to 100 yards, because he's talked about limiting running backs almost every single game. So I think that's a big part of us winning games.
I feel like our linebackers have done a good job of kind of not letting them pass probably 10 yards. But at the same time, if they get past the linebackers, then they're taking it all the way.
Yeah. I think Corrigan's done a really good job defensively with the run game.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot of tackles for losses with the running backs.
We saw glimpses last week, too, this is a little unrelated to the running game, but we saw glimpses of Angelo at linebacker really showing out. I know he had 2 sacks, 1 sack, but it was like, I want to say it was like a loss of like 6 or 7 on the play. Jonah, another key that Yonk has for us is we need to be more physical on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done a decent job. Last week against Millard West, we weren't as physical as we had been, because I know our first game against DeSmet was kind of set the standard for what we wanted for the whole year, and they had some big dudes.
Yeah,
they
that
had
was
some
a very
big
physical
guys.
game. I think, knowing a couple names on the Papio offensive defensive line, like Logan Holtmeyer, my apologies, he's pretty good. I know there's been a little bit of talk about him with our offensive line this past weekend. That just shows that we're just going to have to win in the trenches. This game's going to be, it's going to be tight.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to get into a lot of fourth downs, or third down conversion situations, or do you think we'll be able to just push it across in the first 2?
I think there's going to be a lot of third and fourth down conversions for both teams.
I feel like our defense is going to have that chip on our shoulder from last week. We didn't play up to our standard last week, and we need to do better this week.
Yeah.
Oh, also, another person who could play corner safety, Caden Burton. He won the Lunch Pail Award today. I know he's a number 2, number 3, but he's shown glimpses of. He's gotten in. He's been doing good on coverage.
Yeah, and he's young, too.
And he's young.
Yeah.
Our defensive line's been doing a pretty good job. Millard West surprisingly had some bigger offensive linemen.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about them.
Our defensive line is really deep with, every position. Even our backups are. Trapp doesn't start, and he still plays a good chunk of the game.
Yeah, he does. Our starting guys is what? Oh, we also had Cooper Fix, too.
Mm-hmm. He's stepping in for...
He's stepping in for Honty?
No, Honty's not hurt. I don't remember who got hurt.
Okay, let's think of who it was. It was Aaron Shaw, Roberto, Gavin Trapp, and Cooper Fix for most of the Midwest. I don't know if Brock was on defensive
starting.
side.
I'm talking about our starting.
Like our starting
first,
starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Ahonti get hurt in the blue-white game and now he's back? And now he only plays offense, or what?
Maybe.
One of our defensive ends got hurt in the blue-white game.
Honty's been doing great on the offensive line side.
Yeah.
Same with Jake Brock. I know Jake Brock was only a defensive lineman last year, and he kind of took over the spot of center, and he's been doing a great job.
And then they slid Tommy over, and I think it's worked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We look a lot more comfortable this year.
Any hot takes for this week?
I think over half of our points will be scored defensively. We'll score 21, and 14 of them will be either a pick six or a scoop and score.
That is a hot take. We've seen, Nico Cosmic has a pick six. Colin has a pick six.
Preston and Colin both have one.
We have 3 on
Silas
season.
Bush has one.
So 4 on the season.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that take, actually. We haven't really forced many fumbles, though.
No. This game could be different, though.
I have a feeling it's going to be more physical than our last games because there's a little bit of,
chatter
going around, and I know tensions, I've said this before, are going to be pretty high against Papio.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. We've kind of gotten blown out of the water against them the past 2 years.
Oh, yeah, last year, what was it, 22-3?
It was, yeah.
It was bad.
The year before that, it was even worse. So it'll be interesting to see how we play this game. It'll be a fun one, though.
But at the same time, their head coach those last 2 years is now
on our coaching staff.
Exactly. So whatever he had for them, he's gonna have for us. He's gonna be able to know kind of what they have going on, unless they completely changed everything completely changed everything with their game, which I have a feeling they didn't do.
Yeah. They also have a new quarterback this year.
Who?
His name's R.J. Vitera, I think. And because their quarterback last year was Cam Leggett, and he transferred to Millard North, and they have not been doing too good.
Do we don't play Millard North in the regular season, do we?
No.
Okay.
We got Papio, Central, Fremont, Westside, and Norfolk. And that's the season.
You know, I don't even think this is a hot take anymore, but I have Angelo rushing for over 150 yards.
That'll happen, yeah.
That's not even a hot take anymore. Like, do we know how the defensive line is for Papio?
No, I don't know. I mean, they've got to be decent, though. They've held most of their opponents to low scores besides Papio South.
Papio, well, that's a rivalry game, too.
And Papio South's also good.
Yeah.
They're 5 now.
They've kind of shown, I mean, the last few seasons, have they really been that good, Papio South?
No. They're kind of like us now, though. They have a really experienced running back in Derek Jones. He's a senior. And they have a new quarterback who's very good. And they're a lot like us, actually.
They're really physical from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, they have a lot of, you're right, they're almost exactly like in the same situation as us. They have a lot of size. Compared to how they were last year,
Yeah.
all their guys are a lot bigger, kind of just like us.
Yeah, exactly. I hope we see them in the playoffs. That would be a good game.
Yeah. Got anything else? What do we think Birdcage attendance is going to be like this week? Because it's an away game. It's at Papio.
I'm hoping it's going to be big, but I don't think it's going to be. There's not going to be that many people there.
I feel like it being the homecoming game kind of changes things. Because I know last week was like middle schoolers' night or whatever. There was a handful of guys, or handful of our guys, and then the rest of it was like middle schoolers.
Yeah.
So you could kind of see in the Birdcage, all the students were wearing black, and then you kind of look above us, and it was like a bunch of middle schoolers. I didn't even know we did that.
Yeah. I know Cos will be at the game.
Jack Cosgrove, the man. What are you doing there?
I think he's
Nothing?
I think he's tweeting the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll make sure to keep checking my phone. I feel like people are going to show out this week. Neon theme's always kind of an easier one. I feel like whenever we did neon, the Birdcage was always massive. We did it against Burke at Westside last year,
Yeah.
and there were a lot of people there. I feel like the freshmen this year haven't been doing a great job of getting to the games, but sophomore class has been doing a great job, and so is the junior class. Senior class, it's like always the hype squad, and then like a handful of other guys.
Yeah.
Got anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Blueprint episode 6.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.